adum honso obehunu na next rise enya more ultimate akoton san se ye ton ntam emanyema ye kama 0545 773 449 0308 251 167 Yamamadem Nianshia Dr. Lawson Herbal Center, the Virgin Doctor Bibemudia or Bajuma Papa Weekendi Emano Memano Mutugu Sokoto Lawson Herbal Meshano Manu Sampa stroke nankete what diabetes pressure no ejina yes kama menstrual problems no na watwi achiredi amanyema aye kama wo de e Lawson Herbal Mr. no na wohia be support system no so wowie pa wohia Lawson Loke eno ne de infections bia no a enam nti oba ne be mama kotie no wotire yi abanum koto amienu miensa pe na atu ase e de amawo wowie a wohia delay man capsules weekendi mrantia no umse premiership ne guso enjoy de nanso achaye nondu na fe ya ka chire din egu na be ma wo himu sisim mema no ho sampa wo team fifa bi wo jonso ne mflo yie wo jeje muntam kwamo no afamu a ye delay man capsules Dr. Lawson Lidnu no aba ye komrom KNG Herbal Pidang Misty Herbal Fedemen Samenko Kolenak 0242 133 577 0248619999 Trinity Arc Limited Company weekendi another batch and so eko meso na otwibia no ne nkrofoko eno nti we nurse ni lab technician na corona apostle koso ne Canada UK nko ade a abingo forward ho ebia wo de wo nya nurse na wo de ko apostle ko to school no so diploma degree master PhD eno so wo de ko piem e wo Canada we ya no e warehouse workers supermarket farmers, construction, drivers, caregivers, caretakers, mechanics, cleaners, carpenters, securities, plumbers, tilers, teachers. Ni nyina no wode mo ko obi man so we be so kwa enkromie yemiansa pe wo pemu ba ko no akọ Canada, USA, UK. We be so peso question game visa na nyama ko yi enti no kura wo pe ne Germany, Spain, Italy. Wode be ko we footballer mesin futrom ni abo akoye mo be fa nka fa amfanti ye momode na afei yenko hu Trinity no akọ visa mfama yen ye Mexico, Australia, Brazil, Romania, Serbia, Dubai, Azerbaijan. Wado ebeko anopai tocheno ewo Abrepo Junction wawuram ewo Adwato Masalachi wono ano nkrabatan ewo hono mo sanso na nkrade munim dada say Market Road Fidelity Bank first floor 0531 633 556 na 0205 572 076 last one no police near Dro Dr. Steven Nyako and Abreyen Imboost number 1 immune booster a support system no Brian Mre na ye adwumadin nyina no obi ntiase obi kra so ye no nyema bi da bi ye nia ye post ne adura ye to no din imboost no eno ne no mu a de bia no ye ho den enam nsa ye de infections eno de a number and 10 home na afi ko fa show etu ase e de amount oba flow na maye wuti edwa gaga obi kra timi kono we no man try nka ho so akom ya de ne de amame tina no pay make am imboost number 1 immune booster Eddie Amawono, ye co Hospital Square Junction, Dunkers Popel, 0246 20 84 96 0540 710113. Boss player.
Thank you very much. Babowa. Yentrasi na fi.
Yentrasi data, yentrasi.
Yen hela dak trasi ni na fi.
Eno kwa die. Headlines no.
Only be.
Ya shisha no star bi because
okay. And then I am for airline sponsors namre.
Emra, yam for mbra, ombeba no na yes you are ready. Say be pursue here dey. Be pursue here dey.
Rabbi series. And not a publication of several books at all levels to say and the books a would just swap headmaster for teacher for near the event. Numeracy for nursery 1, your numeracy for nursery 2, and your numeracy for KG 1 and KG 2, and on the mass near fencer, and after your language and literacy, nursery 1 and in nursery 2, and your language and literacy KG 1, KG 2. When you be a Rabbi series and the book, and now quite creative arts KG1 and KG2 our world our people they friend up no teacher for him and KG1 KG2 there and your basic writing skills for nursery 2 and your writing skills for KG1 and KG2 ni na books are and the Rabbi series some books in your pa and kolai kin kanye mo bin ɛno deɛ enye school kura timi pe bi ma nkola no be fia teacher for na dia to on be mo school ba so betimi anya bi schools na munya wo rugby series no mo dia na mo pe rugby se be ma nkola na bin kama pa after when no Jiman publications na publish rugby series in the tieni printing of books any pamphlets as we adwuma handout exercise books calendars invitation cards complimentary cards ni nyina na bi ho asafo opposite CMB flats ye wo former men's gold building na chi ye number nie na pie books ni bi 0209 712994 0209 712994 and 0530 311715 0530 311715 and 0554 674264 0554 674264 so friend numbers here boga go to rap before your best teacher na omama hu bibia kama no ape books bi na nkoda eso akenkan sanso and above our headlines is also sponsored by Ocean's Chemist Limited. Ocean's Guide Mr. Omodiaba effective relief from enkolom different gastric pains enkolam from a jom minor digestive upset akodai ne se anane bo na ebent wosu ni nyina unya Ocean's Guide Mr. no KV vitamin C and zinc and orange flavor immune supporter I feel say nutritional food supplement all the tunes you ma now anu wa de na okono na fi the malaria game changer. The name is Game Changer. Malaria Game Changer. And the friend Mefat tab and oral suspension. Mefat tab and oral suspension. And the malaria the dinner was one corner. Onu so ne ade o test CB woman per Mefat tab and oral friend malaria Game Changer. Game Changer. Mefat no. Okay. Also zunre baby we abi o kon kan so Ocean's Chemist wo kan shi number ne se kwa no Ocean's office kakra kabi wa dabraka 0302 245334 0302 245334 and half 03220 22496 Kumasi no 03220 22496 ye na ye kono babo wa kwa ba fe ekwa mu da ho
me do so enti because was a sighting
uko obi
there be man could be but obviously you know we have our men there enti no ndie na carries for no e ma bi kokotoko for no ho ono mu di gina mu papa but second match na de kokotoko so kire se panyi di panyi chi corners so esibiri mu afine and it is afo ne kopie ho no enso so they had fun. It was exciting. Yeah, na nika.
And open to the public.
Oh yeah, open. Yeah, na.
How much is
Come here. We don't need call you. Be person know.
How much is
that I don't know.
Baba na free.
Me 100% sure.
How much is okay. How much kakra gate?
I say Ghana Premier League.
That's fine.
I say Ghana Premier League be match attendance. We crowd no do so say kotoko matches ni Kumasi.
There's a way munu nyina no also mo ba Kumasi o.
Sami say ye pe na say Sami ye pa.
Bechemene eduana on park no. Like mentina mo ya no mo
Dr. KK Sapon Stadium.
No mo dey compare Baba
and Accra no.
Look at so nipa kere be how the place is choked.
You say crowded.
Omunja sa comparison no. At least this has given us a easy attendance na wo Bechemene domane no Baba yara commentary box wa hwempo mo
Nana Kotoko say blue Jesse.
Say omo training kit na.
Has look alike.
Omo training kit na.
Then has look alike.
Blue no. Say has now.
Na has some say blue.
Ana edita I don't know. As of folks so egu so. Omo ne atram the visa. Omo so chi omo ennom omo fine. And tama gentleman no akwa na obey trials no wa make a case for himself o and was sample go enti and also was so ade and so e koso na yemo bi dia ma ne me dia ma ene dreams abaso at least omo progress to the next stage of the African competitions are representing Ghana no edu ebi na am hye kakra abade but omo yire omo ho atwi fa mu a omo so na say ye bo omo aba so enti na me say ye nya hoho kase enti no the honest and Kurt cannot be trusted episode me
but don't do my introduction for me but ade e translate en kan but me
tie for me
o bo tie for am na yes the oye na as chira me ba e jai odi na dia wa
oh wow e chan to me na
there be say when you
say nyame dum ti ochina
wa nyame di amam
nyame bo ochina
no crack you bad Zach
so net 28
for 5 minutes before na mrefi na
yeah net 28 for guests
we ni ama na
United
league ni boy ya
me ma on credit
na sama league na da bia
omo nkan mo born again net 28 August now on the 28 August United ewa boko assembly against Arsenal born again omo nkra mo da mo se me famro
okay
and omo say na the experience on the 28th August
the muni abakwa sem na
2011
I don't know much
muni
Ferguson this our team we go Arsenal 8-2 okay na 28th August 2011 we dey nkram enyam na me dey buy omo
say we na dey buy kura say asem asi na woka
no me say
na say usuri
no me so me dey
oh dey asem say asi
say
abakwa sem
na dey no money players
na be say
na o ma ade
the Chris Moore ni Phil Jones ni Johnny
yeah dey say sam ready on say
go Arsenal 8-2
dey omni say achinye nim say sam na mu nimbo enna ne yese mo nya ade o sam na ne dey ditum that was the days of United enna mo ahwe ni ye na ne mo besa what as the catch o mo crowd say 2011 oni ani mu ne achinye di o enne ne ye ka di mo fa na de mra
so a very good weekend but first of all classic Liverpool yesterday at
were they really classic?
Yeah, second half.
Okay.
Yes, let me second half. Because first half on time even coach they admitted say when they were playing 11 they were not playing they didn't play better like they played minus one player in the second half. Because as the first half Newcastle pressing everything about the game Liverpool and right. But once again the inconsistency of the English referees. You see, there may be you have to be consistent. The laws, a man said they apply the rules. 6 minutes, next are not any record if you give me.
And I don't know when you look at that.
Yes.
I said when I know that picky yellow card already.
Yes, not picky yellow card for time wasting, throwing the ball away.
Almost starting
na October no chine your man yellow card. Then that incident on Anthony Gordon, another yellow card offense. But
Anthony Gordon is on fire.
He's on fire. But because of say now trend who say between 2 minutes something seconds, the first yellow card and the Anthony Gordon.
The red card was a bit harsh. And I remember
no by
a Liverpool defender.
And say almost say obvious goals for.
But was it the last man?
No, only last man, but I say say almost now they are open up the petition.
Obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Yes, yeah. Although no only last man, not other but now he had a chance. Now one stop now, he could have scored a goal. And not stop on. So there's no debate about the record, but.
No, I think it was a bit harsh.
Newcastle are filming because of say Arnold shouldn't have been in the game because 2 goals almost in now.
Now I'm a red card back. You are still filming forward.
Yes, sir. Goals now Liverpool share 2 now. Wow. From a very good.
Liverpool were lucky in the first half.
No, they were lucky. First half they were lucky.
Chances in it.
And Alisson to make some very good saves to keep them in the game still.
And that's a massive result for Liverpool.
No massive results
to win here.
I think
at St James, big one.
Coach, I mean, what he has. This boy.
Now, Darwin Nunes.
Anytime he's in their game, they play better.
No, but when they start him, so say chances pass.
Chances yourself.
He's building his confidence.
But
wow.
he's when he's in their game, I say the attacking looks more sharper and brighter than so that Kodikafuna as a force.
More.
And Liverpool say yes. Who's the last week? How many records Barcelona they were able to win the game with a man down. And a very cause I said you know. And one venue like many big teams will struggle there.
Yeah.
But with a man down and come fast, so
And they say Liverpool on tomorrow, Zach.
it's almost 7 points.
Yeah, you're not too crowded. Move bro.
Almost 7 points.
Webre pa mo de ka 2011 asem.
You say teams 20 level league, you know.
Ah, because on be tumo.
And I feel about 3.
Afeni about 3.
I feel about 3.
And say na on gas mbia ha. Afeni about 3 there ni okay. I like that situation. You may use in the park when you I like that situation. That are you more Bobby.
Eti yembo Liverpool about so.
Bobby from 2011.
Yembo Liverpool about so. Mzoto Arsenal supporters munya weteka.
Go Afeni about 3.
Munya about 3.
Sasa no ya kwa nkan. Afeni about 3 no.
Munya about 3. I say all of a sudden.
Supporters Ben no.
Oh, supporters are at least Matete Omonka do na.
Okay.
Matete Omonka na munya about 3. So all of a sudden, we believe say Sun is now here to challenge for the Premier League. But let's admit say Sun is now here. When you say no only the Odi first, no only a pet. Because difference between Arsenal and City last season, no name. So you are now trying to catch up. So let's remember look at all of a sudden Arsenal and City
I know why.
I
need that too.
Are on the same level. Again City in the Community Shield. Say Anna coach Ateta boy. Arsenal won the trophy and Obi Energy. He is trying to build something. My only problem with Ateta and I say he's trying to be like Pep too much. That is just my problem with Mikel Arteta. Because last season he on one ball he played on my Arsenal board there Arteta's way.
Yeah.
Last season perfect. Yeah. But how a person called Pep way no. I think say
Emwa. The oil Pep way.
I say Pep way. What we say Saka and said any game 2 months.
About he's scoring every day.
Oh, there be say yes, and I say penalty no share you know.
He's scoring every week.
Last season Bukayo Saka he's always in the game. My game no do one hour. Why? Because White
with the money as a mocha.
Because White ever ran. So when White ran on the right side and now Bukayo Saka the option to use it as space no to always be in the game. But now because of Partey and Kweneni no Tambiano Saka is limited with options. It will say Arteta sa Pep way now person work on there. M1 Arsenal team no. Fabio Vieira from the bench say at least and so he needs more playing time. Eti na should I think say Fulham showed character at the Emirates. And Omunya sa to do Omunya but we be nsie so be nsie
Obiago mo anu set question answer
be nsie we have about 3 games but the only problem is that
Arteta
Arsenal go some kosi na at home that is a worry. Okay, say last season no more problem no
worry no say nti am your points in ese sana
so Bianca points asemen and ya analyze performance
me busa say omo consider home no omo points no do so say Arsenal na question am busa no say me so me
bi mu de do say Arsenal
but you okay there's no consider home and Arsenal 3 Arsenal about 2 home and played 1 away.
Yes.
Arsenal have not lost a game in the Premier League. But all of us people are behaving as if Fulham is an easy club. They are not.
No, so there's no
maybe they mean casa Arsenal for now work.
There's no easy team.
See, me mean can Arsenal for now work me mean can omo can no. But so omunya but check kakra. Because who your coach you cannot always be predictable. Yeah, we fear you will think that Arsenal should play the usual 4-2-3-1 with Partey and Rice. Yeah. So as I said, drop Kai Havertz, never will 2 and then no can. But point and say in Mikel I trust. Last he was explaining said there's always an overload. Team be on Arsenal will be on 2 or 3. Egu Bukayo Nchen. So he wants Partey to operate in a certain way. And M5 was 7 out of 9.
Obianca points na say.
Many points in the class.
Obianca points na say.
You may not discuss the league without points.
I mean, I can't analyze.
It's the points you have accumulated. And I'm just saying, and they Arsenal standard no cost Rozak. Zafrenya 7 out of 9 point na still and go for so mo nya ade any team no e ko na nim pa
no yate
count the 8 na kwa no me betete kan na ama we nyina ba yeah go enema na
not enya very good start at Old Trafford. Once again United issue character came back from 2 goal down to win the game by 3 goals to 2, but everything shows still now no but the good news is that Hoyland started training with the team, like team training last week Friday, and on a team training, and what means is that Sometymer likely he may be part of the squad at Emirates, no, a bit more possible. Okay. Everything, it was a very good.
Why at Emirates?
Hoyland.
Oh, okay.
Bad. If he on starting point,
I cry and pay the situation where go can win you or not win you.
Oh, that be he be part of the squad.
What started team training there or ban captain? Cabina for
respect for Liverpool and I was watching the game, all right. We shared the kind of pressure and not being cast to them after the red card to captain. No match 1 goal. Now I thought the game was over. And so to see them come back to win by 2 goals to 1 against a Newcastle of all teams. Recently, the last 2 seasons, actually said Newcastle team a very difficult, very strong squad. And Liverpool goes there to beat them. Tells you that Liverpool team has come of age. Don't forget, say, in the preseason now you can. So Liverpool in terms of up front, there's no problem. All the top players are there. We least mistake they will score you. The problem has to do with our midfield now. And now I'm playing with that Endo no. Yeah, what happens? That's a little that I will say. To Arsenal, I was not surprised because you've not played to your level. Okay, the last game that you won against Crystal Palace, it was one of those things that any Arsenal game you want to enjoy, but they managed to win that game. So maybe when they come back to a more normal level, Arsenal now, so they will come good, and they'll be doing a lot of implementations, and that is how they are. So I'm not surprised that I could sit in one and nay, or much me that 3 maximum wins now, on 9 points now, because somebody. So the team is there intact. So all you know, I'll make it short here. I think the results are by Manchester United came from 2 goals down. So, yes, Ulbeka's second half was impressive, but I saw some incidences that I was not comfortable. I think the penalty, it looks a bit soft to me.
Penalty,
Manchester United. I think the moment that winning goal. It looks a bit soft to me. The defenders and come between the aqua. Wanna get between the aqua. The defender
die production. So, see, Ben Mona go this split second.
Oh, Ben again, the piano.
The Bia also your idea.
So I thought to say,
by a penalty.
Don't tell me, it look like penalty. Be a month where you can open anyway.
So there was a contact. It looked like he was going.
And
the
player, Rashford instead rushed on the player rather than say player no attacking. Just watch it carefully.
Intentions are also very.
That's it.
So that's where maybe feel.
We are near call for quick now.
So Buffalo said on random tebia we go to Maka.
We penalty. We am doing with Maka than penalty. I Humobru Bisania, but I'm ready to bope a penalty. Okay, because Emrani is very clear. The guy had the ball, he pushed the ball, you fouled him in the 18 yards.
But what's the foul now? Who had you?
Once there's that contact,
attack the player. Now say, don't know Kutawono. Maybe a cleverly rushed onto the player. So,
I saw not in the time in the war.
That's what Ojina or pulling leg. So the other hand, intentionally,
what pull it was a cobble no.
Or make it attempt no.
When you pull it was a cobble no. You can say co.
Imagine na bia obu money power we omo je no. But this is a football.
Football. Weekend here. Bibi a kire say team my friends say Liverpool. And in my candid opinion, or team of the week or English Premier League.
There's so much in Newcastle.
Yeah, and the man in which the win came.
Obiada from 2-0, I bet it 3. Says man.
Yeah, the man in which
the team of the week is Manchester United.
David, men from United.
Okay.
Men from Manchester United now. The
them they are more.
Their friends say Liverpool
and a Fulham.
So legend. See, we are talking about Liverpool here. Media, we say legend from day one. Makacho say if there's one coach, me, I be a more special mention the man. A coach, a French, Jurgen Klopp. Because of the mentality as a coach, because of how we raising the team, the standard that the players in the drew to compete at that highest level, and signs and symptoms of Sadia against Newcastle United. Say a book game, Newcastle in their element, legend. Say 11 against 11 Krana is always a difficult game, and a yearbook game 11 against 11. Liverpool were struggling at St. James 11 against 11. Because of the high pressing football, coach Efren said Eddie Howe among the boys in the airport with St. James.
But only Liverpool Newcastle 4 points there. Why?
Yeah. 3. So we get 3 points. And we lose to City and Liverpool. But say they lost to City 1-0 away Etihad. You and I know say well, it's quite understandable. Pachata say they lost to Manchester City away Etihad. And Nunti and I make credit to Liverpool for the win. Because born on Mani City for born with Etihad and we lose 1-0 no. It can be betrayal. And before say red card never back. Newcastle were controlling the game. The 3-man method of Bruno Guimaraes, legend, Joe Layton, and Sandro Tonali. How are no more pressing Liverpool for no or more overloaded the full bus of Liverpool. And not the entire Liverpool system in your static ya show imagine ho. Robertson ne Arnold no be overlap. No more creating such chances in Liverpool for the bomb game. No, the system Liverpool is dependent on the full bus of a Liverpool. But then the high pressing football of the coach Eddie Howe and the boys and making sure that in the first 45 minutes in Liverpool for team rested. But legend, when we talk about football, I always talk about coaching. In the second half, I did Jurgen Klopp and none of this are 3 points in Liverpool. Let's contain them. Let's close the spaces from the best second goal to kill our momentum. But this is football. The forwards of Liverpool, every team 1 or 2 chances on betting their punisher in Newcastle United. So in the process, a problem to me continue in the second half. No, there's nothing to lose. Let me throw in a branch of friends at Darwin Nunes. And Odi Nunes ebemu. Legend sao boy na Nunes bobo and I raised the discussion be say I was a club starting Nunes, but let me say this in a brief na me fancy legend. See, coach and friends say they are club when the meduma woye. Liverpool supporters munya chairman on Darwin Nunes. Legend for a coach to have spent 100 million euros on a player. Etro say or a lot of faith and trust in Darwin Nunes. But in the early stages and another Darwin Nunes struggle. And a Quadigapo buy, so Quadigapo came and took the pressure off Darwin Nunes. And no man, coach and friend said Jurgen Klopp Etimia working on Darwin Nunes. He is coming back to his best. Yenya Butchen farmer coach, But clearly Biatra say, South striker no mutis says can over 100 million euro from Benfica. This is the time at Darwin Nunes picking the form crank because the other force at Liverpool are taking the pressure of Darwin Nunes. And legend. South results be say, South victory be say, and then now twice now the bonus still very competitive in the Premier League. And Enra Liverpool for MIS Adiano. So legend, Omo was 7 points, and City was 9 points, Arsenal was 7 points. I think say in that order, and it's just fine. So the race is on. But if once again, if there is one coach, a legend, and you now come home to give a chase, a challenge to Pep Guardiola. A coach your friend said Jurgen Klopp. Papa.
Right.
Listen.
You know we count the see.
Other ones in there. I mean.
Fabi count Bobo Bosso.
Me Bobo okay.
I can't do anything.
Chelsea fortunate say indeed. A year 1 or 2 a bina a more struggle in the first 2 games no bono against a Liverpool. Then the second game was against a West Ham United, right? So these 2 games from Montreal and Piquet, Mazman Point, so much Luton Town and legend. We share Chelsea Football Club and when it about a lot of things, the number of chances they create. That's one symbolic about coaching in the first 3 games in our bono. And let me say if there's one player in Chelsea setup now because why stand-up performer under Mauricio Pochettino, I think say Raheem Sterling. Ne form now what they my team your friends say Chelsea new coach, you know. Yeah, so exceptional. And we only hope say Obeto so Chelsea had a good game, picked their first 3 maximum points, and I think say they will continue from there. Legend, Arsenal Football Club. And me share my first game na me kasen bi, but they are now kase. They are not early days yet because it's just a game or two. But I mean, make a statement to be said. Me share my first game no. Na another mami a new tactical dimension or disposition of coach friends Arteta as compared to the last season. And I me say me find the tactics now all bo from the start of this season no compared to last season. And not last season system no. And my Arsenal enjoy a lot of freedom. And my Arsenal flow more as compared to tactics now they started this particular season. And again, I still think say that statement na me make you know and then it was for Arsenal. Arsenal flow more with the 4-2-3-1 system than sometimes a 3-4-3 back system. Sometimes a makeshift na 4 back. Maybe a 2 central midfield. There's no opinion there. He's trying a lot of tactical variation this particular season. Maybe I just ask you. But last season now, Arsenal were very difficult to stop. So Arsenal first started more attacking football. How are not Partey so dominant in midfield? So this particular season, the expectation of Arsenal midfield and then say now Arsenal are like a bite in terms of a defensive midfielder, and that bite has been brought in the shape of a Declan Rice. So the presence of Declan Rice should even give more freedom to Thomas Partey in midfield to control games, give those long range passes, that vertical passes, and a bit more open out spaces for Arsenal to create chances and score goals. And he started this season. And you move Partey sometime to the right back position. He started better up now drafted into the midfield. Martin Odegaard being restricted to the right side of Arsenal attack because the left side of Arsenal attack, has been left for Kai Havertz because also a creative position. They mark Kai Havertz. And the Odegaard that we know last season, how he enjoyed freedom in terms of opening up spaces and creating chances. You won't start playing this particular season because Arsenal midfield has been saturated with the presence of a Kai Havertz. And I think that opponents and also bonus from mobile against Arsenal. Arsenal, the idea is that there you get some chances. Near so you punish 8 my friends at Arsenal. So legend meaning whether Bayana Brebiaka say Arteta has one thing I announce open in the conventions I deal with
yeah me just any pandy
you in the conventions
I don't know saying no be jai do they say the woman
okay the conventions
I didn't but
I think okay so legend that is it
mami kai we na fe member of ahona enne say ne ebedi djuma no amanfo bebusa na sem come off am the weekend in am na auntie yet ben so ah say over baby on say ben walking distance say free no hono e koye hono ana unim za kwame da kwa say abeg is that malaria game changer a product of Ketokegu o mefate o sonzia I want to know nkami to be that oh edia o sonzia mfa man na yi no ne say malaria game changer and I'm so see emuye den ko be change amount watching from Toulouse in France kwame yes anete Crespo from Buffalo say to me Mohamed Kudus from Ayasu West United step back. I don't think the likes of Anthony and Rafinha are better than him because of better management. They are playing for top clubs. Sometimes so you need to enter the Premier League. So I carry Rafinha.
Yeah.
Remember and go list. And to go and prove something there. Mohamed Kudus and West Ham. And again, on here team will be regular. That's assured. And I can tell you, my way. And I know the West Ham team. In 2-3 weeks time, Obon say I don't ever want 1-2 games, so you become a regular player. And you know David Moyes to give you the chance once you are good. Tigara for we support to Kudus. I'm a fan of Electrical Park Estate. I don't know what to say to Arteta for him to stop that unnecessary experiment with Kai Havertz, which is affecting our smooth and dangerous play. He should play the right players at their favorite positions and drop Kai Havertz to the bench. And go for say Arteta percentage na Kai Havertz Bontina man use all types of systems that will accommodate him. but let's allow him. Doruk Finn say, discuss about GPL pitches because GPL is about to start, and it's one of the reasons people are not going to the stadium. Prince Young said, what I witnessed yesterday at Bipos, so I can say we are going to enjoy good football, but please tell JF to make sure we start the league as scheduled. Watching from Jabene. Starboy, I'm enjoying the show live in Krata from Mem Airport. Congrats to both Midiema and Dreams FC for their victory yesterday. Greetings to B-Boy. Okay, greetings near Pedro Wama, Dina Cruz. Congrats to both Midiema and Dreams FC for that wonderful performance yesterday. And greetings to Eugene Adupoku striker who is in the UK. Well, Ajibo pictures now UK. Yeah, I'm been to Tosone board again. Ajibo Nano Kohe Brentford game no. And yeah, time I would be fine. Okay. Nanambra Tase and Jose Kofi so hebo bi over we know the aba. Kofi Ricky Nanambra Tata. Arsenal is a useless team. They think they sign Havertz and Rice so they can contain every team. They will smell pepper this season. You need team grow anymore. I'm the enche metimo. All right. Oba Kofi Menu Akwaba. I'm here there. I'm saying who watch you, Uba Hatchet.
Akokra.
I don't know my microphone number.
Akokra this time, no, I na Michel Fiesa.
Oh, okay.
Me na.
Na then I don't know me. I say, ye met this all Kumasi weekend. Didn't I say, would the Kumasi there on time message answer? If you are not ya would chum, I call ya himokrum. And then I don't have book Kumasi. Yeah, himokrum I call
LASDA primary school, yeah, himokrum.
Okay, no way.
It's in my business.
Oh, eh.
Class 1 teacher and Wintem. Masakobo or cherry pants and all.
Matakobo.
Now one class. On a mammy whom.
Watch what they class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4.
Mammy Gunani Massy.
Yeah. On a gen room rasi. And
I bet the AF get a one ABCD, one machine, 1 2 3, 1 and chair. And tell my Nimomano.
Near friends, eh?
Masakobo.
Kobo. They are better.
Who's in the winning? I bet the crowd winning the crowd. Yanchobi.
Masakubo.
Masakobo. Share. Oh, we are by 1.5 years. It's 10 piano. Me casa, me manipa who say, Nipa no chrema, they were class 1 or they are getting a shame team.
None of class 1, class 2, class 2.
Now one class 1 when was your ABC.
Now one got Nezrio.
There be that time necessary one. I crack it to 1 year, but I got to the worst inside. You bet you know, Yari. When you feel you very well, class 1. This was a do as I obey you say. But we are my young
in the KGB.
We are my young folks. Mean to be Metanaha, in Shasi and Casa, or Bramin Yamamre. Slow, my main chair, open so, and Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong, and in him. I mean, she and an answer team, and I in my phone, you know.
No feeling.
Na in cheer. I'm paying for a war Ashanti region, and a baby tea. Babe Pemassimo, Babe Pemassimo, be and teen in that some num.
At a minute,
Papa,
anything. Anything.
I say, I am so surprised to say. So surprised to say. An association that has a lawyer as a general secretary, an officer of the court. Yes, status ayaye. Just a bemfa nyejuma. Regulations ayaye. Bemfa nyejuma. Now you go and take people who are lawyers to serve on judicial bodies. Now look at the kind of decisions a woman. How CAS insulted them. How CAS insulted them. So they come to football as if we say football no obia nim hwiwom, but football no akuku dan for wom. Wo dey say e beba na ya carry no mako. Na dey compare bad decision. How can you say with a introduction? Say obi asoma ne mma kwa abontene mu dimnika di bachi aba se ba akobọ kro no ne ba di abra ne papa mo ache papa no mo ache nkwara na gogu prison high court e di ba gogu prison nkwada no be nananom wosika be nananom wai ne ba de nkwara no akọ appeal court na court na kase nkwada no be nwi asika bia hwe nkyere se ba wi asika nti be nyi be mfiri wo papa na mo nkwara na wi asika amana no nyansani hwan be manasana da prison nkwada wi asika dia koma be papa appeal court de ye nwi asika nti nkwara na mfiri nkwara na mfiri na wagya papa na wo prison common sense e wo wi ase Ghana good na football
The okay anything.
Ash Gold. Na memra. Ash Gold may started from the disciplinary committee decision. One of the Kanyaman, no, Mimpesa Mechanic, never Becca says something. That's of Fukuma.
That's express. Mama, you have a teacher in Bakunawa.
Harry was so good status, you know. I mean, that one, you can to clip was sign. Me, my family, coffee, I'm one. Share canning. Page 1, these two paragraphs.
Brief facts.
But I also have summary.
Brief facts.
I mean, hearing summary. Slampy.
On 17th July 2021, Ashanti Gold SC played Inter Allies FC in the 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League match day 34 game at the Obuasi Linkley Stadium. After the match, there were several reports within the local and international football space that the match was fixed to fulfill a correct score of 5 goals to 1 in favor of Ashanti Gold SC. The match eventually ended in 7 goals to 0 against Inter Allies FC.
Thank you. Crashing. Nyamenim chiro you. Where in Sema Ewo Radio so chire say match ni ye fixing for 5-1. But eventually and this 7-0. Common sense. That's common sense. Should common sense allow you to continue even to make any investigations? One worker say radio so be fixing for 5-1. And even in the body of the Mark say players need to do hono na supporters no shout to 5-1. In the end it ended 7-0. So why would you want to sanction anybody? 5-9. Nyansani wan be go ahead to sanction. Now, CAS comes back to say what did the judicial body members in United you don't use hearsay evidence to judge cases. Into a lawyer for no and they say Makola when I be kon be nim say hearsay. Them fan cancel. That is it. They are disgracing them. Na media nia I am at the same Quran say yanko page one po be friend is page 20 na findings no
from findings.
Findings a disciplinary committee no one who you
Anyways,
findings no can.
Okay, the crucial question at this point is whether the case of the prosecution has been proved. Having inferred from the facts and the corroborated pieces of evidence, and of course, the whole evidence before it, the committee finds that 1. There is strong evidence that Ashanti Gold Sporting Club, as a legal entity, engaged in a fixed match. 2. There's evidence of match fixing before the start of the game between Ashanti Gold SC and Inter Allies FC. 3. There's strong corroborated evidence of match fixing on the field of play between Ashanti Gold SC and Inter Allies FC. 4. The GFA investigation team did not probe sufficiently into the GFA investigation team did not probe sufficiently into betting, so not much was found on betting except snippets of evidence which cannot be linked to any betting system or suspicious betting patterns. Besiktas, CAS 2013 A 3258. Besiktas directly or indirectly involved in fixing. Lack of clarity on direct or indirect involvement was heard to not be fatal as eligibility determination was not sanctionary in nature.
One kasana wakoko to cast you. Meanwhile, the investigation was premised on betting. So if you didn't have anything to pin down to betting, especially when the correct results of 5-1 was not achieved, do you continue to do anything to sanction to the extent that cars, you quote this caster and cat will insult you that you don't use hearsay evidence to sanction?
I mean, to move a question, legend. But I'm to move a question.
Me has a I know what we said.
If you know who sat from now, what discussion? I want everybody to ask.
Now, question, President Busana, I said. Now, question, President Busana.
Yes.
Once I now offer Casse, you fight hearsay per status in that. Then again, results on so anticipated results and another double in the media space, 5-1, but it ended up to be 7-0. And I said because of that, in any council
even that
investigation. So say yes, you say that said match na a course. You say players in it because of say no money aware of that first game, and later omube hunu sa de no on the field of play no. They decided say sa de almost be bro. Am a game na na say sa first match na den. I say that led to 7 instead of 5-1 no. And you know say I think say it merited investigation.
Nothing
because player be decided so
at all tie ni awo kan kura no eno kura ne boa I go the players in the case. Players in the team said there was a fixed match. Was saying no. Was there any fixed match?
Legend Bajo follow ni pa.
Players, team said there was a fixed match.
My question.
5-1. Now we didn't decide say yeah self-fixed match. Yeah self-fixed match, a fixed match wo.
I said near 10 and say.
Kofi say what is
this question?
What is Zakito be kumari?
No one
na say obi kwatoate Zakito effort to so be kumari no one yan kumari Zakito kumari.
Can you charge him for murder?
Me so me friend from Mato question. But me so me friend from the point of view of there was an intent and there was a plot. Even though maybe a first match for 1 or 2 reasons, we must say no. But obi enya trimupo intention be.
That's true.
2 or more plotters and kasai game you be fix no.
That's true.
So I think in my candid opinion, so obi nya sa intent no obi plotters say kwakọ first match no player ba could be say na it merits an investigation.
Opanyi nyanto bo ase na. Where sir? Ohun be kire oda achi. The intent
and the act
of plotting
was not executed.
And the action not itself
was not executed. Have you read this? They said there was a fixed match, but what happened was that the fixed match was not executed
because it didn't happen.
They were not punished for intent.
So what I say?
And until I make I say, I know you have one school now. Be a good man. You can punish somebody for attempt.
Attempt has its own punishment.
Because penalty now, Moshe no has say even an attempt committed in the 18-yard box, depending on the referee, so no see whether you're dangerous, whether you're charged,
or the
foul. Where nipano intentions obey say. When ya anya obi aseno. How do you? Even nipakum krano, when himself could look at a nipakumbi, yet me dana man manslaughter. Until we are lawyer, you must use your brain. It didn't happen because you wrote it. Say the intention was to score 5-1, but it didn't happen. So why would you sanction somebody for something that did not happen? Now, young content them, wanna walk on it. Count 1. Very charge, and they say, ice gold.
The club was charged for a breach of Article 34(5)(a) of the Ghana Premier League Regulations 2019 for instigating, commanding, and
they were charged for instigating, commanding,
and counseling its players to play a first match or match of convenience between Ashanti Gold SC and Inter-Allies FC to achieve a result in favor of Ashanti Gold SC. An act which the club knew or ought to have known at the point at the time of engaging in it to be contrary to the Premier League regulations of Ghana Football Association.
Thank you. The charge was that they have instigated. Blah blah blah. Now mo dey mo Ghana ha mo ye. Now could cast the Supreme Court of Sports. Now Supreme Court today. Enya no kore.
From time to time by the Executive Council of the GFA.
So why would you say that they are a separate legal entity and they are members? And no member cause confusion. Yes, because the RFA, if they must come out clean, say RFA, you know, they are members of the association or they are branches of the association.
Oh, okay, that carries him.
Yes, that
Say,
carries.
the RFA, no, or their branches.
Yes.
Or their parts.
Because per Article 12, you know, they are members. And members are only legal entities who have registered with the say. Then you say you can form branches. And you are saying that the organization and everything should conform with the status as GFA is. Now you go to elections. Call Article 25.
Article
5. Maybe that na maybe
25.
25.
Definition.
Kaim yenti.
The Congress is the meeting at which all the members of GFA regularly convene.
So for panyini busa kosa do.
Obusa questions you don't know.
Okay, Kaim.
It represents the supreme and legislative authority of GFA. Only a Congress that is duly convened has an authority to make decisions. 2. The Congress shall be constituted in accordance with the principles of representative democracy and shall consider the importance of gender equality in football. 3. A Congress may be an ordinary or extraordinary Congress.
When we elective Congress? Can it tell you?
A Congress may be ordinary or extraordinary Congress.
So there are only 2 Congresses. We don't have elective Congress. So that convocation, and make a kind of prosper sanitary of Abifu from Biba say extraordinary Congress. No, in bracket elective Congress. Who ni the nation? There can so any diatem. So we have 2 Congresses. Now go to Article 27D. 27D.
27 areas of authority. D. Election of the president of the executive council, who shall also sit as the president of Congress.
So in all this, the authority of the Congress is to a part of it in the election of president, not election of executive council. Now, Article 31.
Article 31, Ordinary Congress. 1. Congress shall meet in ordinary session once every football season, usually before the commencement of the said season.
So ordinary Congress will meet once every season. Remember?
Sanity.
Thank you. Go to and how this Congress is convened.
The executive council shall fix.
Usually, or if usually they changes something.
So usually before the commencement of
and the usual was about the time.
About the time,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
The executive council shall fix the date and venue for a meeting of Congress. Members shall be notified in writing at least 10 days in advance. 3.
Oh yeah? Teacher, it's an ordinary Congress. It is the executive council that organizes, fix the date and convene. That is for ordinary Congress. 32, no. Yeah, ordinary Congress agenda, especially election of president. So, election of president is mandatory and applicable only under ordinary Congress agenda. Now,
so no question. So, can say no any other Congress can elect a president
unless under force majeure, like what happened in the normalization. Because normalization, no buy, they had a small space of time, and FIFA asked them to prepare a constitution. The constitution was approved at an ordinary Congress. That same day that they approved the constitution, the status, they couldn't have organized elections. So they sought permission to organize an extraordinary Congress to
elect the president.
Which, after 5th September, immediately by 25th October, they elected all the various bodies to come and say. Now you go to, mandatory, in an election year, I was said we elect a president. Ordinary Congress. Thank you. Let's go to Article 37.
Article 37. Composition of the Executive Council.
37.
37.
37. Call 4.
The mandate of the president, the vice president, and members of the Executive Council shall be a term of 4 years. Their mandate shall immediately begin after the end of the Congress, which has elected them. No person shall serve as president for more than 2 terms of office, whether consecutive or not. Any other member of the Executive Council, including the vice president, may serve for no more than 3 terms of office, whether consecutive or not. Any partial term.
Capital letters in them.
Any other member of
there be any partial,
from the any other member of the Executive Council, including the vice president, may serve for no more than 3 terms of office, whether consecutive or not. Any partial term beyond 24 months shall count as a full term.
Any partial term beyond 24 months shall count as a full term. Meanwhile, you are required mandatorily to elect the president at the ordinary Congress in the election year. Mandatory. And he is telling you that if you have served for more than 24 months at the time of this election, it means that you have served your full term. So, by the July 10th, 2023, Ketu Kriku had served for more than 3 months. 3 years. More than 24 months. So their term ended immediately at the Congress.
Okay.
So the election committee, which have lawyers, if they were reading this constitution, knowing very well that we are in our 4th year, an election year, and the president must be elected at the Congress, they should have organized themselves, put up the roadmap, so that by July 10th, the election would have been conducted. As at now, technically, after July 10th, their mandate has exhausted.
And I just say you need GF president too.
They are acting unconstitutionally.
I say Kurt what
mean I don't recognize him.
Constitutional vacuum.
Yes. But meanwhile, we have a general secretary who is a lawyer.
Wonderful. We go court. I say we want.
Thank you. And Obi Beka said, Obi per court to call. Obi per court to call. So when you went to the Congress, what you should have done constitutionally was to table or ask somebody to table a motion, say, because of circumstances in TNTM and conduct elections. But as per Article 37(4), no, was serve 24 months, shall count a full term because a mandatory say you elect a president at ordinary Congress October no. Because of that, we will I want to table a motion for the extension of the mandate of the president and the executive council so that we can elect. They didn't do that. Well, I never heard him say. Sepanyino wo fia oye. In 2009, when he said question and take him, election I to 31st December 2005. So by 31st December 2009, his as you say
mandate in
Naka action say what can say 2009 you do no after very much in Kofi they are not making any preparation towards it say na fair pen and paper crash wine Masako obu on watch them no make sure you command say be mandate be wu but there is no road map for that. Then Kofi is not a lawyer. He responded immediately and said at FIFA Congress it was agreed that all elections must be conducted in a year after the FIFA World Cup. Entino. That is why I make Kofi said it's idea. Never say Congress ne extend the mandate no. And yes, they will be acting unlawfully, illegally. Now then they mean bibi. I'm sure later I say because of this that you know there must be an extraordinary Congress to extend the mandate to 2011 because 2011 that time so locally near qualify for
World Cup. 2010 World Cup.
Yes.
Nti
ne bekoye ne sa. Enti no the next Congress no ne extend the mandate. So the next election was in 2011.
Okay.
Amanfo can say
And I've been running up for ne. So what they are. So we are enjoying the education.
So Amanfo can say in our constitution, Ghana election, it has been specified clearly that in an election year, elections are conducted on the 7th of December. It is not so with ours. Ours is about ordinary Congress. That is why Infantino on 5th June 2019 extended with to Abamano Emma Odi, but because their ordinary Congress fell before June in March, when they went to Rwanda, they went to elections and elected Infantino again. Short of about 3 months. Until notwithstanding whether you were voted for in October or not, you know, once the ordinary Congress comes and you have served more than 24 months, it shall count as a full term. Nti the American say nsem bebre wo ho na we need time.
Ya na ato aso. Say education me just say nnen kwa betimi.
No. No, wait a minute, sir.
Go be aso de bibi be hwim no. Oh, me unya mfa nhwim. Ye nya wu de obeye.
Hwe, de na me nka nkire o. Ma me nhwe, ma me nka se bi tani abeta ne farmer. Me yiwe atoa sesi ya. Farmer owo cast no so oko appeal. Okay. We a disciplinary code. David, we am first of master for Panini. Disciplinary code, Article 60. One sign.
30 years of the present.
Head no you're doing.
Effects of appeal.
Effects of appeal. So we appeal, me effect. Can you
the appeal does not have a suspensive effect except with regard to orders to pay a sum of money.
Appeal does not have suspensive effect except with regards to orders to pay money. So once you file an appeal, if you have been asked to pay a money, it is suspended. Tama youth echo car mo ntesika echo cars are trauma until you have received the appeal a year or your response until pay your own statute. Once he has appealed, the payment of the money is suspended. Ukuso atete Tama youth point se ntesika amanako second division. What type of lawyer is this general secretary?
I offer mamusa.
Yeah, go be mamu na obi amusa na final one.
Okay. Na
me ye obi o one question me ba. We anu abusa na ye. Ye di akogu. But there are interesting messages here. Sami. Ye we go me ba obi abusa ba ko na. Ye de ko say God bless you for manu. Ye boa Kwame Samuel. You may live long for the truth. You're always fighting for, and I will name my son after you. Nana will say good morning. I want to ask a question. What is as the player said, the fans shouting 5-1, and they decided to add 2 more goals to convince them. There must be an investigation, the communication at the dressing room. But for me, I wish I'd go stays in the GPL. We want them to compete, I'm sure. Watching live from East Legon, America, Jose Afrin said the parties who were sanctioned should sue the FA. Or be able to say you can even go and watch the build up to Rodri's goal and you can smell something fishy. Wow. Michael Sapp said, my worry is, why is champion not going to cast? Ejari Foster said, wonderful man, good exercise time. I wish me happy birthday from Poku Krum. Ejari Foster, happy birthday to you. Adam for pass it. Something I wonder if Prosper isn't really, Ado is really a lawyer. Okay. I'm very interested in any question here. Of a man who are available, now we may discuss this further. Okay, and now that's in my course. So, I am wishing Mami Ban well. She was evicted from the competition. And after the MC can voluntary eviction. Sanet here. Koso Oyerepa TV. So, as a dan come Faith Homeopathic Clinic, Bosheba Electricals, Dano Milk, NSEBA, and of course, Express Group, Grace Phyto and Medical Diagnosis, and Kojak Oral Care. All right. And I feel so many fast than be ma a year carbell the Vital Rich Milk number. A year it's a tea and Tom Brown, coffee, bean when now the carbell Vital Rich Milk be a good woman and the Yumbita and Swaban Colombo more than 6 months. A bomu yes stew and now quite be now the onga and Swagma Boapa. Classic ointment there. And no pure herbal center. And a diaba almost say a pro and now say crow and now be a Google one Fabis Jarry, never be a soap number and an ointment no so. Yanwa from 0544 791 600 0544 791 600. We have classic ointment new soap EB and 0248 24 2222. Nebi Biako Safi Abbey herbal clinic there was a circle cell. Ayarabia say pressure, say diabetes, or saninano. We heard Dr. Abi Ewo Tano Swapatra, new site of Bain, Apatrapa Junction, and one number is 0243 0506460 Happy Fountain. The Zap Orange number, and there you see another drink, Zap Cola, Zap Orange, Zap Lemon, and the Vigor Energy drink, Swaba. And happy Rua water. Happy Fountain for Dabine Hilltop no more number 0561 324444 0561 354444. Edini Busa Soap Zap Orange, Zap Cola, Zap Lemon, Vigor Energy drink, and happy Rua water. Kunlu Ghana Limited. Omo Edie Eba China Funru and Habanra. Omudi mo akotene pa the huge capsules and aba uta Johnson anajo na say wia obi Johnson dodo ana say Johnson ati ya obi a e kire say no prostrate ni ade ya aba kwam ti ape huge capsules ni bi o ma so and the Mr. Q aba my strong in bed as a man na araba bazin and ma de no am free flow no menstrual pains uta no menstrual disorders na bibia cause mentia I'm a traffic light on opposite. Honey, we are free 0244 275 429. Now, Kwafi Buzadi enough and come over, man. No, I drink a crabby. They say, me offer Casan, you see a lot of breaches. I say, you're breachy way. And I know Kana describe and say, if that is the case, then GFA for the abusing power. But it seems say Omoyas are no more winning and they always have their way. Because they always have their way. When can't say Ghanaians when Ghana football people. But you already fan call Ghana for because we dem fan call legend no be. No these people football people me 124 me 12 and me ma me no want discussing for another day but they also Ghanaian.
The point is that these people are making decisions. And they always have
in some countries
football people for no.
Are they blue boy baby who are media people can also do.
What are they supposed to do?
We'll be able to
what are
It was a Ghanaians.
You see,
Everyone they just
make Ghana. If you say the Ghana lawyer for who you are,
especially no one I bought Gromano. The government of Ghana has stick.
Based on
yes,
the
and you know
there are a lot of beaches. The Congress in here say Masubu Hana. Yes.
Me, Matina Cameroon 12 years. I've seen 2 Feka food presidents being imprisoned. Ghana, it will not happen.
yeah,
Ghana no. When you kwana kura wo chire nipa mu no. Ghana principle ye me being say. Ghana nim fa mranya adwuma. Nti me wo problems wo Ghana ha because mranya adwuma. Krom ha wo si ya sesi ya trotro no gina kwana mfini. No passenger. Na prosi ni gina. Oh chale na wo nko. Prosi ni o. Cameroon obeche wo. Na de wa akoni agwa wo nam umpire. The problem with us is that not everybody has the time to wait.
Okay. That question is answered. I can't go for so dear.
I don't answer.
But I see I have a lot of questions here. Bambo, quick one.
Something that visit me Musa was saying. Set to say, or Uncle Cass ni bi. Efe no. Also to say, efe no. Emma no. Omo bane no. But omo timi ama no kwama. Obobo outside. Efe ne be issue. And in transit traffic and also
say the first release in the by provisional measures in the by said they worked on certain players, they allowed them to go. They be okay. But those who remained in Ghana no them say what problem.
Okay. Captain, you're not the only question. Zach, young go. Okay, referee. Minimum if it's meant for referee Buabisa. That couldn't know. Obobisa. Because I'm listening to your program live at our Kenya Police Training School on the Musa question. Yeah, Nana Mankwa had a question. Dennis, or say, what kind of measuring is this? 100 million doesn't even start, but let it be minded as okay. And near Dennis or no. Madam, we are Tottenham or yeah, Juma so Tottenham Stadium near there. But I'll say some more does in any birthday. Sami Jibo wo London onti patro hwe no ho on Tottenham FC omo chef no Ghanaian middle sex yeah or university student and astute supporter of Asante Kotoko and Liverpool boy yeah adwuma wo wo Tottenham Nana Manko abusa question manana am the time nti ask Kofi man we say how will he know if the one who spoiled the belt also has bet that he will score himself? Okay.
First time investigation in there.
Yeah. More. Okay. Then I did jump. I'm
sorry.
There be young baby jump. Yeah. Discussion. But yeah. When is here we ever to also. When you are porno.
Oh, baby, my church remoduli. Ni American say Ghana Football Association clubs especially. A man for a bed basic active club, players can as if you want somebody to go and represent you, especially Congress, which is the supreme and the legislative body of the association.
But that's it. Also, you will be okay.
Our my argument.
Okay, Zaza.
Yes,
Madam Bansan and Madam. Or Dr. Amohono.
Oh, yes, no,
Madam, Madam Glass. I said, Dr. Amoso, there will be as near Bushafo. And more months me uncle, so no matter the right thing.
Patricia Fosu.
Yeah,
Patricia Fosu. What in Patasia? Sister.
Sister, no.
I wouldn't have done for past. And then I would happy birthday.